Come on now! Hey! Listen, Blue Friday!
Welcome. We seem to be overrun with clownfish
I don't know
here.
what
What is
happened.
happening?
But all of a
the
sudden,
babies, the children.
the children,
Oh, they're so sweet.
the clown babies have arrived.
Clown babies,
Wow.
oh my.
ORA is with us. Jordan is with us. Welcome,
Jordan,
Jordan.
thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Always
Thank you
good
so
to see you
much.
guys.
Yes, yes.
And then we also have Donna with us.
Donna.
Donna, hello
There
from
you go.
ORA as
Hello.
well. And wow, clownfish babies, oh my.
Yeah, oh
that
my.
Was,
Look
that
around our
was
table,
the
oh
title.
my. So, yeah.
This is fantastic. I love it.
I really enjoy it. I like this.
It
a
has
lot.
color.
This is really good. This is really good. Share and comment. People are already doing it. They're already beating us. I don't even have to say it anymore.
They see the body, they know
They
what's
see it.
going
It says
on.
clown babies.
I know.
So share and comment. We're giving 3 giveaways during this segment by
Sure.
ORA.
Dang.
And it's going to be fantastic.
So we are giving away Black Storm Clown.
Mm-hmm.
We have Clam and Frag Pack.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there'll be 3 winners chosen. So share and comment Clown Babies. And we're going to learn a little bit about Jordan and AC and ORA and all that. So.
Yeehaw. You mean ORA?
ORA.
ORA. Wow. So, oh, the TVs went out. That's all
I
right.
don't know
We'll
how
fix
to
the
do
TVs.
that.
No.
Don't
No
worry.
longer is it
Technical
Blue Friday.
difficulty.
It's Orange Friday.
Listen.
Taking it over.
Orange Friday.
It is. Listen, I'm going to fix this for you. Hold on a second.
Oh, can you do it?
Wait, hold on. Can I do it? Hold on. Keep on. Keep on.
Okay.
Oh,
You're my way.
well,
Never
maybe
mind the
orange.
It's that way.
difficulties.
There you go.
I'm trying to get the orange.
Oh,
Well, that's okay.
Ah,
So
there
you're
you
trying to
go.
get the
We'll go with
orange
it.
light for the ORA clowns.
Okay, all right.
All right. Well, before we continue, we need to remind everybody that we have bread financing, right? So 36-month financing today only. We also have split pay. So anything on the site that's $1,000 or less, you can split into 4 equal payments.
Yes. Yes,
Some great options.
Man, a lot of people are taking advantage of this today. Today is all about getting people into the hobby, expanding the industry, bringing knowledge, and learning a little bit about different things.
It helps you have a number of tanks that actually work great for all sorts of aquatic life, particularly
Yes.
aquaculture.
Yes. So let's jump right into the clowns.
Okay.
Listen, I mean, this is
What do you
guys wanna
people
know?
love clownfish.
I think I could argue that most people get into the industry or the aquarium hobby
Yeah.
because of these clownfish.
That is true. Probably the most recognizable
Who
of
doesn't
them
want
all.
a clownfish anemone in their home?
Yeah.
I want one.
Okay, you can
All
have
right,
one.
listen. I'm telling you, it's true because, I hate to bring it up, but the Finding Nemo has really helped the industry.
Ooh, and I can't wait to talk about that a
You
little
know what
bit.
I mean? Yes.
In the lifespan of the clownfish.
Yes,
all
because
right.
it's bringing people ooh clownfish, and then all of a
Sure.
sudden now they're going to the retail store and they want to start an aquarium.
But the difference between now and say 2003 when that
Yeah.
movie first aired is these fish are now much more widely found in your retail stores, captive bred and aquacultured rather than captive from the wild.
And the number of varieties now, because it was just
Tremendous.
the Nemo clownfish, which is orange and white,
Yeah.
the Ocellaris, Spicula, whatever. But now there's so many varieties and fin differences and,
they-
no markings,
They're
all
tailored
markings.
to kind of the wants and desires of the aquarist now. So
Yeah.
if you want pattern, if you want color, if you want activity, I mean, these are all things that you can choose now with the wide variety of fish that are available.
Wow. So let's talk about the process of what you guys do,
Sure.
right? I mean, you guys are located here in Florida,
We are just down the road.
and so, like, what is the process? I mean, how does explain to us what goes into breeding these clowns and growing them,
Sure.
and the whole process? Because I mean, this is very intriguing.
Sure, it's much more different than just going out into a reef somewhere, scooping some up with a net, and shipping it to the United States, right?
Right.
Here we actually are raising these fish, and just for you guys. So we've got some pictures series ago.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right there. There's a nice little teaser pic of our broodstock room. Looks very high-tech, very awesome. It is. This is where a large number of all of our fish come
Yes.
from. We've got, I can't even remember the number of actual pairs right now, but it is substantial. You've got 2 fish. You've got a mom fish, you've got a dad fish. In the clownfish world, the female is the largest of the 2. The goal of every clownfish is to become the female.
Oh.
Now, I mentioned Finding Nemo earlier
Okay.
because in that movie, unbeknownst to most movie viewers, when the mom was consumed by the barracuda.
Yeah.
In this scenario, if this was in the wild, Marlin would then become the mom.
Yes, he would have.
Nemo would then become the dad, and that would be your new family unit. It would have made a much different Pixar film.
That would have been a
I
very
don't think
different
that's
Pixar film.
friendly.
Yeah.
But that's how it works.
Yes,
So
yes. No, this is fantastic.
the
Yeah,
goal,
go ahead.
the
Yeah.
goal of every clownfish is to become the female.
Yeah.
If the female somehow dies or is taken by a predator, the next in line becomes the female. And then you've got a whole group of unsexed juveniles that kind of all live on the outliers of the anemone.
Waiting for their turn.
Waiting for their turn. And that's how you get kind of the mating pair. Now these pairs can live, we've got some that are 35 years.
Wow.
Most people are surprised to hear that fish can actually live that long. And they're like, oh, my beta lives
35, yeah.
8 months, you know, but
Yeah.
really those fish live 5 to 8 years.
Yeah, they have long
Wow.
lives.
So clownfish can live a very long time. So once these fish, here we go. This is the original Percula. Now this came, the Picasso Percula, I should say,
Okay.
came from a wild-caught specimen brought to us, I believe, in 2004. So the vast majority of kind of the designer clownfish came from this fish, kind of inspired the entire movement. That's actually a wild-caught, no kind of special breeding or anything with that fish. That's how he looked swimming out there in the ocean. So he came from us. This is also another kind of fun little example. So not everything we do is clownfish, right? We are also breeding Blennies, Gobies, sharks.
Wow.
These Blennies kind of showing you why not all fish are the best suited for the aquarium. So in this case, we've got the Kamahara Blenny, one of my favorite fish to be raised.
Yeah.
The initial specimens we received for broodstock came from a much northern area. The water was much cooler. This fish actually is considered a temperate water. They're like 50s to 60s, whereas
Ooh.
we live,
That's chill,
most
yeah.
of our fish are 82 degrees, right?
Yeah.
So a few years later, we received another variety of the Kamahara from much warmer waters. This is the one that most people see coming out of our facility today. Much better suited for the warmer water that we have in our tropical aquariums.
Ah, very
But in the
interesting.
same area, just different collection region makes all the difference for that temperature.
distance, absolutely, yep.
That's cool.
So you can keep going. So here's what kind of a nest looks like. You got your clownfish, they lay eggs. This is a unique nest in that before one nest hatched, the parents laid another nest right up on top of it. Didn't even wait, they're just ready to go.
Wow.
Clownfish breed pretty back to back when they're a breeding pair.
Every 2 weeks typically. And like any parent, they actually have to get good at it. So you may notice your first spawn with your clownfish, the eggs are everywhere, they're spread out, there are not very many. As time progresses and they get better at it, the nests get more dense, they get more compact, better color, they just get better parents.
How many would be in there? Like, you know, so say
Oh, I would say 300 to 800 at any given
3 to
time.
800.
Maybe even more. I believe
Wow.
some of the nests can be up to 1,000, but I think it's
Wow.
like usually around there.
Wow.
Yikes.
The eggs hatch in about 8 days, depending on your water temperature.
Uh-huh.
This is what they look like up close. They're a nice, gorgeous orange. The males actually do a lot of the work for this. The males will be cleaning algae between the eggs. They'll be fanning them with their fins, keeping water motion going. They're actually really, really good parents. So right around, right around day 7 or 8, you get these adorable little eggs. I mean,
Wow.
you see their eggs. They get this nice silvery sheen to them. You know that they're ready to go. It's almost time to hatch.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Now this kind of jumps forward and skips
Yeah.
a good amount of time, but once the eggs hatch, you've got these little tiny, they look like, I don't even know, fragments of hairs. I mean, they're so small,
Okay.
so small. And even to get them growing, you have to feed them an even smaller type of food.
Yeah.
I'll go back to you guys for a sec.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
what we wanted to
So-
come back.
But let me ask you this about this food, right? So, I mean, if these things are so microscopic, I mean,
Right.
they're so small, I mean, what kind of food are you having to feed these guys?
So rotifers is a really good example of that. Rotifers are these tiny little, I think of them more like a Ziploc bag, right? The rotifers themselves aren't entirely nutritious, but what we feed the rotifers to then feed the clownfish is the where the nutrition comes
Through
from.
the vehicle of nutrition to
Absolutely.
them
All
or
right. So you
whatever.
fill those rotifers with some good nutritious vitamins. The baby clownfish eat them. It helps with their growth, helps with their development, and that's what you need.
So say
Wow.
from the point that they hatch, the cute little eyeballs and they hatch out, to the picture that you like posted where like they would be going to a dealer or whatever. Like
Sure.
how long is that process of eggs hatching to actually sellable size?
Good question. Anywhere between 6 to 8 months, typically.
Wow.
There are some fish that obviously take a lot longer. So mandarin dragonets, for example, that's a fish that takes good 12 months at times in order
Wow.
to get from hatching to into the dealer's tanks. Many people are like, well, just make more. Well, it takes a very long time.
You run out. You just can't
Yeah.
just like have more ready. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
a super old school kind of demonstration there, just to kind of give you a nice little rough picture map of how a clownfish goes from eggs all the way to the fish. Keep going, see what else we got. What's next?
What's next here?
All right, so here we go. Here's just an example of just a handful of different species. We've got
that's such a
ocellaires,
pretty
we got
picture.
percula, we got orange skunks, we got pink skunks, we got maroons and tomatoes. This is only just a small segment of
So let me ask you
species that we
another
raise.
crazy question. Can you crossbreed, let's say, like a skunk and ocellaires?
Some crosses have been successful. We have fish, the blood orange, for example. That's a maroon and an ocellaris. Seems a very unlikely pairing considering how aggressive a maroon clown is, but
Yeah.
we occasionally run into that.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's really
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, what else we got here? Ooh.
Ah.
Oh. Ooh. Ah.
So one lucky person's going to win 2 of those for their home aquarium.
Wait a minute. So somebody during the stream is going to win a pair of those,
And
right
I can't wait to
there.
find out who.
I have
Oh
to
my
say, when these
goodness.
first came around, I saw the black storms. Like, I've seen clownfish. I've done this for
Yeah.
a really long time. They kind of like the clownfish, like the holy grail for me. Like, I would one day love to hold her. We actually don't have those.
Yeah,
but
they're very cool.
I think they're one of the coolest. When they get jet black as they get older,
Yeah.
between the white, they're so cool.
Very interesting coloration. I mean, to get to this point, I mean, there had been a lot of,
Not necessarily. I mean,
No?
there are some kind of crazy things that just happen. For example, the new clowns that we just came out with, the zombie clowns, right? That is a albino black ocellaris. Now, Robert King had a pair of regular wild type black ocellaris. You know, the standard 3 stripes, black fish. Put out a fish that is essentially orange, but albino. So
Whoa.
you can visit our website, orafarm.com, to kind of see what I'm talking about. But they're really a bright orange. It's kind of a black margin on the fins, but super bright red eyes. Kind of a unique little thing to
Whoa.
come out of just all of a sudden without any kind of special breeding out of a black ocellaris.
Wow,
Wow.
wow.
Cool.
Now, I know a lot of people, some people are commenting here, they wanted to know about those long fin clowns.
Sure.
They're like, hey, like, how did this happen?
Again,
what makes up a long fin?
And I think that's, again, another one of those things where the genetics just it manifests in a batch. When you're raising clownfish in the tens of thousands or even millions, you're bound to get abnormalities. And in the wild, those abnormalities would just be consumed by a predator and nobody would ever know anything about them.
Right.
But because we're a controlled environment, we can find those and isolate them. We can breed them, make sure the genetics are true, and then introduce them to a wider audience.
Wow, dude, this is some crazy
Okay,
stuff,
cool.
dude. Clownfish babies, oh my.
Oh.
I mean,
All right, so this is another one.
Oh,
Not just
blowing my
clownfish
mind
babies,
here.
right?
Yeah,
so
what
we've
is
got
this?
these little guys. These are babies of a type of cardinal we raise, the black cardinal. Now, they are absolutely adorable and translucent half their bodies. Sure.
like a
Oh my.
Banggai cardinal, but all black?
this looks like a sponge painting. Like,
These
kinda
guys
like-
actually look more like an ancient coelacanth or
Like
a
what?
shark shape. I mean, they're very torpedo angular. I think the next picture shows you a little bit older of them. There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
We can
They're
see
kind
them.
of a secretive little fish, but I love them. I think they look great in groups, and they're fun to see in little babies.
Wow, that's cool.
All right, so
Ooh.
color is really critical to our industry, right? Like people love color. That's why they have saltwater aquariums.
Dude, that's hot.
We raise orchid dottybacks strictly for them. I mean, their colors are intense. They're wonderful. They're beautiful fish.
That's
With
yes.
orchid dottybacks,
Yeah.
because dottybacks are notoriously more aggressive.
Sure.
The-
Some of them have a very bad rap.
The aquaculture ones do tend to have a more mild personality.
Yes and no. I mean,
No.
I think your neon dottybacks can still be slightly obnoxious, is the term I like to use. Not aggressive, but they're obnoxious.
Obnoxious, okay.
But orchids, I find them to be just fine in a reef tank. I have
not,
one in
yeah.
my home reef tank. I think every tank should have one.
They're gorgeous.
The color activity they add is great. Elongate dottybacks, another species we raise, is another one of those less obnoxious varieties you can keep in a home aquarium.
Okay. Very
interesting.
But some of you have
Ooh.
big drinks.
Yes.
Listen, now you're talking, man. Listen, come on,
I
man.
love sharks.
Come on, this is hot.
Don't you want to just go up to each one of those and boop all of their noses? I
Yes.
certainly do.
Listen,
I
shark
want to
poops.
go like pet them all and kind of cuddle. They're so cute. Oh my god.
These are
that's
excellent
awesome.
sharks, and they are. They're super adorable. They walk like salamanders. They're super cool little animals.
Wow.
Wow. All right, I gotta get one.
Okay.
Ooh, look how
So
tiny
here's some
these
other
things are.
babies. These are another species we worked with last year. We've got some more. Hopefully, we're going to be kind of showcasing later on. We've been making some changes in order to bring these back to everybody. This one is them a little bit older, but we're probably going to go back in time. There we go. Just kind of showing you how small and how long it takes.
7 millimeter.
There you
That's
go.
tiny.
This is
my God.
That's a
this
dime.
This is the middle picture, right? And this is a long time to get these fish even to this size, and the amount of food that we have to raise that is also equally as small. You know, it's time consuming. It's hard work. That's why it takes so long to make these fish.
Wow. Wow.
Ah, yes. Also wanted to show you their final form. Even some of those aquariums.
This is great. This is
At
great.
adulthood, they may leave your aquarium. That's something else entirely.
They may leave. And
Wow. Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
This might be the best like stream sequence of
This
pictures
is,
ever.
this is fantastic. Wow. So Donna, what is your favorite fish that you guys have there at ORA? Like you go to work and you're like, listen,
This is my thing.
this is my thing right here. I like these guys right here.
I mean, that's kind of a hard choice to make. My all-time favorite, those of you that follow my hobbyist Instagram page know that my absolute favorite fish is the marine betta.
Good
Oh,
choice.
yeah,
You
those are
really
cool.
can't
Marine
touch it.
betta.
They have great personalities. They add a lot of depth to a reef tank. They're cave dwelling, but you can get them to socialize pretty quickly. As most people know, they are very finicky eaters, so getting them to eat at first is a little difficult. But once they start feeding and they get socially acclimated to the system, can't beat it. They're amazing.
I got one with you on that one. That's a highly
marine betta.
underrated fish. They're so
Yeah,
cool.
you don't see it very
looking.
often.
They are
Super
so
cute as
cool
small
looking.
juveniles, too.
Yeah, their fins are just beautiful.
Is that the black with all the little white dots on
Yeah,
it?
and
right?
the big old
Right.
flowy
Yeah.
fins.
But they're also one of those fish
Yeah.
that's very hard to raise.
On a commercial
very
scale, for sure.
Hard
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah,
us. So something that we're working with now that I would probably say is my favorite is the gladiator.
Gladiator clown.
Gladiators.
So it's another
Gladiator.
one of those clownfish that has a very striking pattern to it, but is very undervalued for what it is.
I just want to ask you, what is the rarest clown that you guys are raising?
Ooh. The rarest clownfish we're
The
raising.
rarest clown that you
Absolutely,
are
hands down,
raising.
would be the McCulloch's clownfish. That's a fish that is only found in a certain area off the coast of Australia.
Okay.
You're not allowed to go there to collect it, to my knowledge. We acquired some several years ago, and the only reason there's even available captive bred is because of ORA.
Wow.
There's no other wild collection allowed of them. They're in a World Heritage site. You can go there and visit them. They look like a black tomato. They're stunning fish, but very, very uncommon and hard to get.
Okay, that's very cool.
Wow. So somebody was asking, do they eat cleaner shrimp? I don't know which ones they're talking about.
Marine betta will.
Marine betta will.
Yeah, and dotty backs will for small shrimp.
I guess
too.
maybe the dotty backs. So do they eat? Do they eat?
So some of your larger ones probably would, like your
Yeah.
splendid dottybacks, for example. That'd be one that probably would. A stunning fish, a lot of good colors, better suited for more of like a predator tank, with kind of your mid-range, mid-size, larger fish that like to eat other fish. A splendid dottyback can hold his own.
Yeah, and even the small dotty backs, like if you have sexy shrimp or something real small like that, it wouldn't really pair them.
Yeah,
with
but
them,
even your clownfish will eat sexy shrimp.
This is true. This is true.
Everybody
Anyone,
likes those
it looks like a mysis.
They're
Looks like a
delicious.
dancing mysis, so
Somebody wrote clown bettas. Like a marine clown betta mix. Like
I think we should delete that
Okay.
spoiler over there.
Yeah.
That's coming
right.
a little bit too soon. No,
Yeah.
Good choice. though.
Wow.
Aaron says that we win the internet with your dragonette sequence
Ah,
right there.
yes.
That we win the internet basically with that
Shut
one.
it down.
So
Yeah,
it's over. We can walk away now. That was the best of the best.
Yeah. We broke the internet this morning, and
Yeah.
now we're back.
That's crazy sailing you guys have.
Listen, it is kind of crazy around here. So I know you touched on it, but you're doing this whole process, right? So you have all these different stages
Sure.
of the clownfish as it's getting older. At what point and how long does it take from the time that you have the eggs to the time that they are available to go out to your retail store?
Right.
Yeah,
Good
what-
question.
what is that time frame look
Yeah,
like?
yeah. We touched on it a little bit. About 6 to 8 months it can be.
6 to 8 months.
Sure. Some of your oscillators take much less time, about 6 months or so, until they're about an inch and a quarter. Maroons take a little bit longer. They just grow slower.
Yeah, but also consider when a new a good question, and it might be hard to even kind of put a time frame on that, is when you get a new color, morph, or variety, and you bring them in as your first set of breeding. Till when people oh man, when you get something new, how long you've actually had that in the works.
Oh, sure.
And breeding for generations enough to fine tune the pattern and all that. Like from the time you get in something new to the time you actually have them available for sale, like how long can that take? I don't think people understand how much can actually go into that.
Right, and I think a lot of people think that it's just as simple as putting two fish together and in a couple months you've got a new fish, but
Right.
similar with our corals even. Some of our corals that we have available now consistently on a commercial scale took years to get there, 5 to 10 years. Red Goniopora is a great example of a coral that took a very long time to make readily available to the world, essentially.
Yeah,
Wow.
the slower growers. I can see
So
that.
another question is that like if let's say somebody at home has a pair of clowns, all of a sudden they realize that they have babies.
Mm-hmm.
What are they supposed to do? Like what is are they going to make it? Are they not going to make it? Are they going to get eaten? Is it
Dean, I
should they
got
try
bad
and
news.
take them out?
I
Ain't
got
gonna
bad
go
news, Dean. It's not going
It's
to go
not
well
going to go well.
for the clownfish. But for everybody else, they're going to get full bellies
Yeah.
and good nutrition every 2 weeks.
It's perfect. Oh my God.
It is the harsh reality, I could
Oh
say.
my god!
Now-
Oh my god!
Don't throw the babies.
Oh my god!
But I should tell you,
Protein's heart.
raising a clownfish is. I'm so sorry. Raising a clownfish, I think, is one of the most exciting things you can do in our hobby, right? So, like, let's say you've done the corals, you've kept all the different types of fish. If you haven't tried raising a clownfish yet, you should. It's a really exciting step in your hobby. So you can take steps to start raising your own clownfish.
Oh, so maybe they should purchase a water box, right?
It's a good start. You have to have a fish tank.
Right, you have to have right. So they should purchase a water box and set it up as strictly as a breeding tank, right? Get some ORA clowns.
You could.
Put them in there.
There's a lot of ways to make it work.
Yeah.
So the first thing you have to do is actually train the clownfish, your beloved pair, to lay the eggs where you want them to. Now, oftentimes they're going to lay it on a rock or a shell or the side of glass,
right.
a lot of inaccessible areas. What you want to do is put a tile on there near the nest and just kind of incrementally get it closer to them. So that what they do is they get comfortable with it, they lay their eggs on it, and you can use that tile then to kind of move to another tank to complete the hatching process.
They can't even stay
Interesting.
with their parents.
Though they can. Well, not the babies, the eggs.
Yeah.
The clownfish.
Eggs, yeah, but once they hatch.
Right. You've got to take it over from there.
Yeah.
Just like in the wild, once those things are out in the ocean, they are
you
fair game
gotta-
for everybody to eat.
Don't
you gotta
get
become,
any ideas, Dan.
You got
Not
to
happening.
become Papa Clown and like sit there and like fan the eggs yourself and.
Oh my God.
You can go that route with an
I mean, this is
egg.
crazy,
doing?
right?
But the better,
Off the rails.
Not off the rails, but I mean like.
let the parents take care of the eggs.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
before they're ready to hatch, then you can move it over to a separate tank, and then you can use them. But yeah, Dean,
Yeah.
They know how to do it. They know what they're doing.
All right, I'm just saying. I'm like, man, like this is
If you want to get there and kind of chew the food for them,
regurgitate the food back into their
I
mouths.
think we should move on to our
Oh
next
my goodness.
topic.
Wow. So if there's any questions from the audience, please. We are running a sale, guys, today. Also, Blue Friday, 10% off our marine all-in-one cube tanks. We make awesome tanks for clownfish, by the
Yeah,
way.
I love the cubes. Cubes
Yeah,
are my
cubes.
favorite tanks.
Yeah.
Stylish
So-
in any home. You can do a lot of
Easy.
cool stuff with the dimensions.
Yeah, so we have those in the 10 and 20. 15% off all freshwater tanks. So they'd be great too for a little
For
sponge
these.
filter or something.
Yeah,
there.
for the babies.
Fill them up
Absolutely.
with these. And
Yeah.
then
Easy to take care of.
No,
yes,
this is-
20% off all our clearance items today. And then once again, the special financing. Man,
Free
now
family reunion.
Family reunion, oh my
pass
goodness.
with every purchase.
Listen,
So
every single purchase today gets a free weekend pass to the family reunion in the Florida Keys.
Love it.
This is
If you've never been,
go to the
you'll never leave.
Yeah, you'll never leave. You don't want to go
is
back
it,
home.
Is it that time
I think it's that time.
to announce
right?
the winners?
Oh, good.
The winners.
Oh,
Are we gonna get a drum roll?
Are you going to do it this time? You go ahead.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Take
Ready?
it.
Drum roll, please. Okay.
The winners are after this break.
Jess is doing it. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Classic jazz.
All right,
Classic.
roll.
You're invited to the Waterbox Family Reunion, February 1st and 2nd at the Hawks Cay Resort in the Florida Keys. Gather with fellow hobbyists as you learn from industry professionals, attend workshops, listen to speakers, or play outdoors with the many available activities. Snorkel in the saltwater lagoon, swim with the dolphins, pet a manta ray, or just enjoy the tranquility of the Florida Keys. Come join the family of aquarium enthusiasts for this epic retreat. Room reservations are limited. For more information, please visit waterboxaquariums.com/the family reunion.
Hey!
Wow, guys,
Family
listen.
reunion, awesome.
Clown babies, oh my.
Woo. Do you want to say a special thanks to ORA for giving 3 things for a giveaway
Yes.
on this stream?
Good.
We have 3 very lucky people.
3 very lucky people during the stream are gonna walk away with some great prizes.
I'm not walking anywhere.
Well,
We'll
not
send-
walking, but we're gonna be shipped to them.
Great things shipped to them.
But yeah, I mean, I just can't thank you guys enough. I mean,
We're going to let you guys announce these winners.
Yeah, let's
All right,
announce the
drum
winner.
roll again.
Roll,
Let's try
please.
this again.
Oh, wait.
What?
Nope.
Oh, no. First of all, I was just going to say thank you,
Yes.
Waterbox,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Obviously, without an aquarium to put these animals in, you wouldn't be able to enjoy them in your homes.
That's true.
They are a perfect blend for the aquacultured animals. So anything from your corals to your fish to your blennies, you can do it all in a Waterbox, and we really appreciate you guys' support.
Oh, dude, listen. Oh,
We love
man,
you
you're gonna make me cry.
No.
Oh, man, you're
my
sappy
God.
on this
I'm
one.
getting sappy, talking about babies.
It's more emotional.
It's getting all emotional. Oh my
We'll get you
God.
through this.
All right, get me through
All
it.
right,
All right, let's go. Ready?
All right, drum roll. All right.
Woo! So the winner of the Black Storms is going to be Jimmy Reyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jimmy Reyes.
Lucky.
All right, what else?
We have a live clam winner, and that is going to be Brett Martin. So congratulations,
Brett Martin.
All
All right.
And then our frag pack winner is Samuel Walker.
Hey,
Samuel Walker. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Contact support@waterboxaquariums.com. Get your information, and we will get things shipped to you from
We'll take care of the rest. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, you guys.
Yes. Wow, guys, thank you so much once again. The day is not over. It will continue
6 o'clock.
at the top of the hour.
Yep.
Yes.
You're talking
Oh my
wrong.
goodness, dude, it keeps going, man. And listen, you want to stay tuned for that last stream too, because it's going to be epic. I'm telling you, it's going to be.
And this one, we're announcing the final giveaway of a $1,000 gift card, which you do have to sign up by email on the website, so do that now.
Yep.
And at 6 o'clock, we are here with Aqua Pro.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
guys, grab a little bite to eat. We will see you here in just a few minutes.
See you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get out of here.